And the president's congressional request is just one step being unveiled in an effort to take on the growing threat of the group known as ISIS. Christine Frizzell has more.
Despite thousands of airstrikes aimed at fighting the Islamic State, the terrorist organization is recruiting new members at a record rate, according to newly released reports. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz blames the Obama administration, citing months of bad policy.
What has been very, very troubling watching the administration's approach to ISIS is that it is disjointed and half-hearted and ineffective.
But now there is a plan, with the White House sending this letter to Congress calling for more airstrikes and the authorization for the use of military force by some involvement of U.S. troops during a 3-year span of time.
Our coalition is on the offensive. ISIL is on the defensive, and ISIL is going to lose.
This resolution to Congress is just a first step. President Obama is expected to lay out a more comprehensive plan to combat ISIS sometime next week.
Why is it important to know the enemy?
Ahead of that, the conservative Center for Security Policy in Washington laid out their own plan. They say takes a different approach entirely, changing behavior in the West and preaching better understanding of who the enemy actually is.
We're not dealing with an Islamic State in isolation. We're dealing with a global jihadist movement.
A global movement that seems to be growing instead of shrinking. In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.